Today, I'm going to show you how to create Thestral Hair. The things you'll need to create our Thestral Hair is one glass bottle with a cork, and I am using a taller square one. We are going to use some black horsehair, and I'll put a link to that in the description. But you could use any black hair. You could use some hair from a doll if you have black hair. If you have a horse, anything like that will work just fine, or you might not use any hair at all. We are going to use some black cording, as well as some black button thread. I'm going to use a Deathly Hallows wax seal. I have some teal acrylic paint here, as well as a foam brush, some scissors, a hot glue gun with some black hot glue, as well as some silver beads, and this super cute Thestral Charm. And finally, our label printed on sticker paper, and the link for this is in the description down below. Let's get started. So I'm actually going to start this bottle in a little bit different order than I normally go with my potion bottles. So we are actually going to apply the label first. I have printed this on sticker paper like I always do. I went around the outside edge with a black marker since it matches, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a finished look. And in case you guys don't want this label that has some teal incorporated in it so that it kind of ties in with the Thestral Charm, I have also added a black and white version that doesn't have any color to it, just so then that way you have an option in case you don't want the teal in yours. But I like the little touch of teal. I think it will kind of pull my little Thestral Charm in nicely. And I am going to remove the backing paper off of my sticker. And I'm going to apply my label to the bottle. And the next thing we're going to do is take my little Thestral Charm. And I absolutely love this little Thestral Charm. And we are going to take our button thread. And I'm just going to string my charm on here. And I'm going to find the center of my string. And then I'm going to tie a knot. So I've got my little charm on here, and then I'm going to take my silver beads, and I'm going to take my two ends, put them together, and then I'm going to string it through my little silver bead. My little silver bead is now strung through both cords, and I'm going to bring that all the way down. And then I'm going to knot in between the beads. So I'm going to add a couple more beads on here just till I get a nice little bead strand with our little charm on there. Okay, so I went through and I put on 5 of my little silver beads and I knotted in between each one. And now I have a nice strand with my little double-sided Thestral bead. So I am going to tie my bead around here. And then I'm just going to knot that on. And then I'm just going to cut the cord flush. Okay, so now I'm going to take my black cording and I'm going to wrap the neck of the bottle. Okay, so the next embellishment I'm going to do to this is actually take the cork, and I want to do a little bit of dry brushing of some teal on here. It's completely optional, and if you don't do the charm with the teal or the label with the teal, you definitely don't need to do this, but I just kind of want to add a couple elements of the teal to our bottle. Okay, so I have taken my cork here, and I've got a pair of gloves on just so I don't mess up my nails and my hands, and I just put a tiny bit of the teal paint on my little foam brush, and all I'm going to do is just kind of dry brush the whole thing. And then I may take a cloth and even rub some of it off, but I just want to add a little bit of a teal color to my cork so that it kind of ties into the whole bottle. And I'm just going to use the glove to just kind of take some of this off, because I just want a light wash over the cork. It'll just kind of add a little bit of that pigmentation to it. And then we just have a nice little touch of the teal at the top of our cork. Now, another thing I want to do with this one is place a wax seal of the Deathly Hallows at the bottom of my label on my bottle. So I'm going to take my black hot glue. And I'm left with a really cool Deathly Hallows seal down here. Now, I kind of want to take a little bit of our same teal paint that we touched the cork up with, and I want to go over the Deathly Hallows. And then I'm going to wipe just a little bit away. And we have our little Deathly Hallows on there then. Okay, so we have our glass bottle with our little label and our wax seal embellishment, our Thestral Charm, our cording, and our embellished cork. And at this point, I wanted to leave it here because the only people who can see Thestrals are those who have seen death. So the only people who can forge a wand with the hair of a Thestral must have witnessed death as well. So if you have not witnessed death, the hair would be invisible to you. So you could leave your jar empty like this, so then that way the Thestral hair would be in there for those who have seen death, but if you personally have not, you could definitely leave this clear so it would be like it was invisible. Now, I wanted to show it to you this way because I'm going to add the hair to mine. But again, if you haven't witnessed death, you could totally make it so that there's no hair in there, so it's giving the illusion of the invisible hair for the Thestral. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add my hair, and then I'm going to add some glue drips up here. And I would still add the glue drips if you weren't going to add the hair in there, unless you'd maybe want to add the hair down the line, just to kind of give it a more of a finished look. But I wanted to leave it here so that you could see what your bottle could be if you didn't want to add the hair. So now I'm going to add my hair. So I've just taken a small section of the horsehair bundle and pulled out some of the hair. And all I'm going to do is work it into my bottle. And you may want a cooking skewer to just kind of help get the hair in your bottle. Okay, and then I have my little Thestral hairs in there. And now I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue drips around the top of my bottle. And once we have dripped our glue around the top of our cork, there you have it, our Thestral hair. A magical substance that's so powerful that it was made the core of the Elder Wand. And it's only fitting that the Elder Wand would be part of the Deathly Hallows that would make one the master of death, because the Thestral hair can only be seen by those who have seen death. So this will be a great addition to our potion prop collection we've been making along the way, and it'll go really nicely with all of our other wand core bottles. So if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.